your intro for you, because it's Dragon Prince.
It's always my intro.
It's Dragon Prince, so it's going to be your intro. You started this, son.
Yeah, it's my intro with Gravity Falls as well.
Well, you're the one who chose Dragon Prince, and you know...
I'm the one who chose Gravity Falls as well, so you know.
Fine! Hello and welcome to the Dragon and Bear show on the Dragon King Entertainment channel.
Hello and welcome back to the Dragon King show on the Dragon King Entertainment channel, where we have been reviewing and watching and reviewing and watching for many years now, I think.
Yes, it's been since like 2021, 2020. I don't remember when we started this on the other channel.
But anyway, we are reviewing Dragon Prince.
Series?
5.
5, son.
45.
Series 5, this is.
Series 5. The Book Water.
Yep, because this one delves into...
But literally.
water bending. But yeah, so this delves into the water side of the universe, which is pretty good. I like that. I mean, the animation is fucking spot on. Like, it's such a beautiful animation. It's crazy how, if you look at Series 1's quite janky at times animation to where this is at now, it is crazy, the evolution from that to that. It's just like so surreal. It's quite cool seeing, obviously, a lot of the water stuff in action this time, because we're getting not just, obviously, the element of water, but we're also getting water-based dragons in this.
Water-based dragons, and then you got, like...
other ocean life that we haven't seen yet. Like, I mean, we've even getting, obviously, the return of the pirate character. The, you know...
Yarr, I can't see! Tell me which way we're going, my laddie.
When that was the episode when they bring him back into it, and they're like, they got Azura, and like, oh, I found, like, this captain, he's gonna be great for us. Like, his ship's a bit of a work, but... And he's on about these different things. He's just like... He's like, is this the thing about him? It's like...
And you're very judgy, Rayla.
He can't see, can he? How did you know? As soon as he was speaking, I was in her same mindset of like, it's going to be that blind pirate, isn't it?
Yeah, I completely forgot about him, to be honest.
And then when it cuts to obviously them finding it and he's just standing there, I was like, fucking knew it. It's the blind pirate again. Like, one of the best, like, very brief characters you get in the series, because he was only, I think it's Series 2 he got introduced into. Very briefly.
Yes. And
you don't really get to see much of him, so obviously this is like his return sort of arc. And like, he's actually heavily involved in this series. Like, specifically I'll get there eventually. Specifically the last few episodes of this series, from episode, I want to say 6 onwards. I think it was 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think it's the last 4 episodes off my head that we got him, because that's when it sort of delved into a lot more the ocean side of it, because there's that fishing village, which is run by the most aggressive sort of pirate, and who actually also has water-based magic powers, which is pretty cool. It's cool seeing like other people as well, like ones like that are just like new into the series, like also being able to control stuff. But I mean, I think it's episode 8 for me. That was like a really good moment involving Callum. When obviously the element, when he finally learns how to control another element. That whole sequence in that episode was spot on for me. I think it's 4 off the top of my head, the library episode. That's probably my favourite in this series. Yeah,
you did. You messaged me saying, I love episode 4.
That's probably
my favourite one.
Hands down, it's the best one. I mean, the monsters in it are really great. The fact that obviously it involves the aunt. She's like one of our favourite characters in the series. And it's the first time you actually get to hear her speak, essentially.
Yes.
Without spoiling too much about it. Like, that sequence was like, damn!
I almost cried.
Oh, but obviously my problem with this series... I'm going to, obviously, it's a quote I found on one of our old reviews. I think it was the last series. It's from you, actually. It's a quote from you. So I said to you, I was going through, making sure I got all our old review ratings. So I sort of go off that.
This is never a good idea.
In Series 4, you made a quote, and I was like, I'm going to utilise that for this, and kind of talk about that. So obviously you put obviously you said Series 4 felt like a good build-up series because obviously it was a time jump after Series 3, so it had to build up the characters
Yeah.
where they're at now with obviously people in different positions, so it had to build them up again in these new lights, as well as carrying on the story from the previous ones that hadn't been wrapped up. This, to me, it's kind of dragging a bit because it still feels like it's a build-up. I don't know if I don't know if it's just because I can't remember too much about the last series, but I just didn't have the same feel. But from what I can tell from my other ratings, don't get me wrong, I'm looking at these other ratings. I don't think it's. I don't have the same feel I think I had at Series 2, because I know Series 2 for us was our worst series. Like, it wasn't shit, but in comparison to the rest of the series they've done, Series 1, 3, and 4, it was nowhere near the same. I don't think this is that level. I think this is still pretty much the level at we've been going. But I just feel I don't know if it's just because I can't remember too much about the last series, that some of those little plots I'm just going, I don't remember anything to do with that. Like there's that whole the Sunfire elves. That like when that guy gets kicked out, and I'm just like, obviously that whole.
I was like, who the fuck is that?
There's a whole plot with that, and then I'm just like, I don't remember any of it. Like, there's a big moment in the finale which sets up that story going into the next series a bit more, and
same
again,
as the beginning with Ezrin, with the thing that he used at the very end of last season. When we first started it, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I don't understand what's going on here. I was like, did I actually watch last season?
We did, yes. We got proof. We reviewed it.
But
it was like in 2022 though. It was like the back end of last year. So I mean, we put this off for a bit because both of us didn't want to watch this until we talked about it for the first time. But as I jumping into the first episode, if it's because it's weird for Netflix not having a recap at the start.
Yeah,
they usually do like the previously, like the series so far, like to catch you up, like just to remind you if there's been a gap. But it weirdly didn't, and it just jumped straight into it, and it's just
I suppose it's meant to be like season 4 into 5 straight away.
Yeah, but I say for me, the first episode, without rewatching series 4 straight before it, if you're watching this as the time gap as there is in release, I just wasn't as hooked on the first episode. Like, there's some moments I liked. As I said, the water dragon sequence when you first see her, I thought that was pretty cool. But I just didn't get the same oomph straight away. Episode 2 and 3 definitely brought me into it a bit more, because obviously in this series we're starting to get a bit more with the villain dad, like his sort of kind of redemption arc sort of situation.
I don't know, because you can't really call it redemption. I mean, he's done that much terrible things that it would take a lot more, in my opinion, to be redeemed.
Definitely, but I mean, it's the case of redemption in the sense of
he doesn't want to use
he's seeing
magic.
What he's done now is bad, and he can't undo it, but he can sort of stop his family being poisoned by this evil anymore.
But it was good to see a bit of his backstory.
Oh yeah, I mean
see why
little Zoran, and little Claudia.
To see why he went into dark magic. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, voodoo dolls and stuff. that's the black magic I'm on about, but no, dark magic. You could see why, and as a parent. No, I'm not a parent, but like I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, have you got something you haven't told me yet, sir?
Sorry, I'm straight.
You got a secret child that we don't know about.
Yeah. But yeah, as a parent, like you would do anything for your children, unless you're my mum.
Unless
who tells me.
I bet say unless you're an arsehole parent, then that's a big difference. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying though. As say, most parents will do anything for their kids, which obviously you get to see with him in this series. So it is nice to get that backstory. It is nice to see this other side to him, like this actual father side to him, not just this maniacal side. Whereas obviously in this series, Claudia just goes even further into that maniacal darkness side. and
Yeah.
she's like generally becoming like my most hated character at the moment. Like, I
know she was like one of our favorite ones, and then she's just like slipping down.
like I must like. I want this story to end. Like, she's just doing my head in at the moment.
Yeah,
Like, I feel sorry for that guy who's with
the Wood Elf.
because he's
such a nice character.
Yeah, he's trying to be supportive, trying to help her.
Yeah,
but all she's doing is just going down this dark path even more. I mean, you get to see it in the finale when she goes full like squid.
Full Ursula mode.
Yeah, and you're just like, no.
Under the sea.
And I was so happy when they all just like, yeah, no, fuck you, and just like, bam, bam, bam. I was like, but yeah, it's crazy how like she was like one of our favorite characters in the first series. Like, because she was the magic side of it, and now it's just the point now we're just like, get her out of here, get her out of here,
get off my screen. And
Zoran is way better.
Zoran was like one of the characters that I was like not too happy with, but
he's evolved over the fucking series to be like the best character. I mean, the mustache scene. Hello, fine sir. I have some treasures to show you.
I have a lot of money. Let me spend my money with your wares.
It's not just obviously his hilarious side; it's the emotional side to him as well.
Yeah,
there's
like with the big barnacle kind of guy.
I can't remember his name. I just remember his name. They kept calling him like fucking Deadwood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was his moment of being like, I've been in your position.
It was such a stupid name.
It was like a really, again, it was very much, wasn't it? It was like a really dumb.
Yeah.
It was like I love it, that the build to my name's not Deadwood, it's. And it's like a really like basic name. It's just like, oh, I thought he was going to be like really inventive, and it's just like, nope. You're going to Google it, you said, basically.
Yep. Constantly calling him Deadwood, unless his former boss. Blah, 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 blah. Elmer.
It's such a stupid name, but it's just the build up, the music, the big moments.
My name's not Deadwood. My name is Elmer.
It's just like such a dumb name, but obviously that moment was obviously Soren's moment of showing his brains, his emotion, the fact that he's been in his position many times before. So he knows what he feels. So if anyone can resonate with him, it's him. So it was a big moment for that character, and that's what makes me love him even more. Yeah, I literally was about to talk about the baitlings right before.
Yeah.
Fiasco. So yeah, obviously this series now introduces the baitlings.
Bait babies!
There's Hat, there's...
Jam. No, is it jam or jelly?
Jelly, I think it is, because he eats the jelly at the fucking...
And sneezing?
Sneeze. Yeah, Sneezy, I think, because he keeps sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're really every show needs to have baby versions of their coolest characters.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Wars has got Grogu now. Sonic had Baby Sonic.
Yeah, I thought you was. I don't know why, but I thought he was on about Star Trek for a moment, and I was like, "What?"
Fucking Mario had
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah,
Pikachu.
Obviously, Mario had the baby Mario and Luigi, and Baby Peach. Everything needs the baby versions to make everyone go, "Aww!" And this does the same with basically Baby Bates.
Baby Bates, literally, the baby bait chewing.
But yeah, it's like I think my problem with this series, it feels like there's too many plots going on.
Yeah,
like it's dealing with it's carrying on with the plot of obviously that guy that's trapped that they're trying to get out. Starshine Elf. Yeah, there's that plot which has been going for since the beginning, which is a big plot. And then on top of that, they're pushing obviously this Sunfire plot. Obviously, that obviously the sibling, and it's just like, why do we have to? Can't you save that plot for after you wrapped up this plot?
And then at the very end, they've added a new kind of like the Dragon Mama.
Yeah, so I think the problem is it just feels like there's too many plots going on, and obviously you've got everyone's fucking like own little story as well. So it just feels like there's way too much crammed into a 9-episode series.
Because you've also got like Rayla with her coins.
That's what I mean. I feel something that's basically you see very early on, and then they ignore it for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part in the library
That's
which
like
gets them.
that's like the last part you get really hear about it, which is another thing that annoyed me. Is obviously there's that big ending to that library episode, isn't there? The big emotional ending of oh my god, and then it like takes like 3 episodes before you actually get that little
Like,
story at the
any
end wrapped
kind of-
up.
Yeah, and you
Like,
don't even get to see them finish or leave.
that I found that a bit stupid. See, I think that's why some shows can get away with so many different stories. Is because even when they say like this, when it's 9 episodes, there's still like 40 minutes to an hour long episodes.
Yeah.
Whereas this,
Whereas
the 20
these is,
minutes.
like 20 minutes.
I think the maximum amount of time is 24. Like
Yeah.
that.
So it's like altogether, it's like it's not even like a movie. Like it's like what, an hour and a half.
For 9 episodes, so it's say 20 minutes. Ignore the fucking dot. It's gonna be a lot easier to work it that way. So say 20 minutes. So
like,
3 episodes make an hour. So I say that 3 times. That's 3 hours.
3 hours.
It's 3 hours to try and get so many plots in one and push.
So it's basically like just a normal movie.
So it feels like they're barely progressing some plots. They say that obviously the coin one it slightly progressed, but then they brushed it under. Obviously, Callum's magic progression it's very slow.
Yeah, you'd think like you'd know a lot more spells and that.
It's very fucking slow. Literally, I think that's the problem. I feel like some shows get away with it, as you say, as I said, because they have longer times to do it, even when it's 9 episodes. So you look at Game of Thrones, the amount of fucking stories to collide in that franchise until the very end. I
don't know anything about Game of Thrones. I've not watched it.
But you get what I'm saying, though. There's that many stories within that show. That though there are only so many episodes of it, they're like hour-long episodes. So say there's 9 episodes in the series. I can't remember off the top of my head how many it is. That's still 9 hours. They've still got 6 more hours to get so many of these characters' stories actually feeling like they're getting somewhere for an audience member, which, as I say, is what you want as an audience when you're watching these so many stories. You want to feel like by the end of the series they push to a point that the next series they're going to push even further. Like for me, these didn't. I feel like they're taking little steps rather than big steps.
Taking baby steps.
Yeah, when they should be taking big baby steps. Big baby steps.
Oh, the big baby.
That's my issue. I think with this is it just feels like there's so many stories in such little time to get them through.
Because you've also got like the Star Elf, then you've got like
Sunfire Elves,
Sunfire, then you've got Pooley Dragon, then you've got like the disappearance of the aunt.
Let's just say there's that many fucking different stories. Let's just put it that way. Sage going through them all.
I wanted to go through them all.
Let's just say there's so many. Because there's a lot. We're actually going to be here for fucking ages. That's how many there are. There's that many. You're going to be here for a long fucking time, Alex.
Fine.
But there's just too much. There's just too much going on for such a short run time.
No,
so
I agree.
It warrants longer episodes. Like I've seen animated shows that are longer. So I get the idea with this, they're short but sweet. But if you're having this amount of story, you need them a bit longer. Like that's why I felt like I said to Hayden as soon as I watched the finale, because she kind of walked back in when I was watching the last episode. And my first reaction afterwards was it kind of felt anticlimactic. Like there's the big moment with the under the sea like that.
When they kill Ursula.
There's a few other little moments, but it just felt like the whole episode itself was just another setup for the next series.
Yeah, I think, like, to me, it's like a show that you need to watch in one lot. Yeah. It's not a show that you can just watch, like, it is a show that you can watch in, like, the different seasons, but...
If you want to actually feel, like, fully invested.
Yeah. You can watch, like, before the time skip in one lot, but then it's not.
It could have been better, I think, this series. I think it's still good. I think the animation itself makes it look beautiful. There's a few things here and there. The fact there's more dragons definitely ups it. Like that whole scene in I think episode 2 when you see so many fucking dragons. I was literally like joking, saying it's like fucking Lion King when he fucking standing on the edge of the cliff.
I thought that as well. I was just like, the Lion King.
I said, what's next? Is the fucking big mama dragon gonna pick Ezra up and just lift him above more?
And then I've just got the meme in my head when Rafiki just like, it's like, Simba off.
But yeah, there's so much I do love about this, and I still love about this show in general.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this just didn't do what I wanted it to. Like I pushed it. I pushed this off just for this review. Like this came out back in July. Like you didn't even know it was coming out that quick, and I was like, oh, it's actually just come out. It's like they just out of nowhere like we're dropping it as a joke. Like they did the whole pirate thing at Comic-Con. We're like, yeah, we're holding it ransom, release it or pay the consequences. Like they did that, which is really great marketing, really great. And obviously, I pushed it off for pretty much 2 months for this review, but I don't think it was worth pushing off for 2 months. Like, don't get me wrong, it was still good. I don't think it's as good as Series 1, 3, or 4, but I still think it's better than Series 2. Because I do like the water side of it, like the little old lady fucking fish creature. She was like quite funny.
I like how when you sent me a message say, "Oh yeah, I'm at the part where the little fish thing is there."
I was like, what the hell is it? It's the poison that gets me. And she drinks something, and she's like, what can we do to help with the poison? Poison? This isn't poison. It's like some sort of protein type drink. Glug, 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 glug. Ah! And Soren just grabs it. It's like, ooh, that's actually pretty good.
She's like kale and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I wish she was like actually joined in with them, and like gave them a bit more of a
Yeah, all I can say is I hope Series 6 goes back to
her.
No, I mean goes back to the quality of Series 3 and 4 and 1.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, Series 1 to 3 was an arc, kind of.
Yeah.
Obviously, this Series 4 onwards is still carrying on some of the plots. But obviously, the big ending of Series 3 was a big battle.
Yeah.
So obviously, if this goes in that line, the next series can have a big battle at the end as well.
Big battle.
So if that's the case,
end of an arc.
If that's the case, it's got it's very much got a consistency of series. The first series of the arc being great, second one being a back burner, third one going back to great. So I say Series 1 was great, Series 2 let down, Series 3 better, back to Series 1 quality.
Yeah.
Series 4 still Series 1 quality. And say Series 5 for me, back to Series 2 quality, but a bit better. So then Series 6...
I don't even remember, man.
So Series 6, realistically, should be back up again. So he's got like this weird, like... Do-do, do-do. Let's just wrap this up, shall we?
That's one thing we can agree on.
Let's just wrap this fucker up then. As I say, it's the same quality for me as Series 2, but a bit better.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near the other series.
I do want to see what happens to the Dark Magic father. Because they don't show you him, but they don't show you him alive.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's stuff that you want to see how it goes in the next series.
I want answers.
It definitely leaves you wanting more, but at the same time, it leaves you wanting better at the same time.
Better is like a fist up the
Right, so how are we doing this then? 'Cause every single series so far, out of 5. Are we going to stick to that just because of easiness?
Fine, whatever.
Because as I say, Series 1, 2, 3, and 4 have all been at 5. So is it just easy enough? Is it just easy just to stick to out of 5?
Yeah.
And obviously we'll stick to the again. How we've done it is just straight to the point. So he's fucking around with this one. We might as well just keep this one. It is.
Yeah.
So out of I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Which just slightly, it's maybe like a 4.2 if you're going to be specific, but to the point, about 4. I just feel like it's about the level of Series 2. I just was again. I don't know if it's because it's been that long since I watched the previous one. Because as I say, watching Series 2 a bit while after Series 1, I just wasn't into it as much. So I don't know if it's just because of that. So hopefully they'll bring it the next series quite quick, so I can just like have the oomph again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
I think I'm on the same scaling because I did think straight away 4. Because like we said, it's not bad, but it's not as good, but it's not bad. But yeah, it answers not even a lot of questions, really.
Agreed.
It just makes you think of more questions, and you just want the answers to them.
And so, if you think of it in a way of all series so far, I've left you with so many questions. This one should have answered some of them, but it doesn't. It just makes you question those questions even more. Right then, if we're both sticking with 4 out of 5, then
yeah, 4 out of 5. Sorry,
you kind of got yourself off track then, didn't you? Your questions, of questions of questions.
And then I just saw Kenny.
So yeah, put your thoughts on Dragon Prince in the comments below, Series 5 specifically, how you felt it went, kind of what you want to see in the next series, and what you want to see them improve on to keep up the quality. Because as I say, a lot of stuff they're doing really well, but it's just the pacing seems to be an issue with this show at the moment.
They need to,
especially within
answering questions.
Especially in the middle of the arcs, the pacing just seems to be crazy. So yes, obviously put your thoughts in the comments below. Obviously, at this point, Gravity Falls should have been all finished, Series 1. So next month, obviously, we'll be jumping into Series 2 at some point.
Maybe.
Should be, hopefully.
Maybe.
If not November. Depends when you move, whenever that happens. Yeah. We'll see. Obviously, do check those out. Do check out the previous 4 seasons of this we reviewed.
Check my ugly mug out on Twitch.
Yep, check him out on Twitch. He's pretty much there YouTube, every now and again.
Whichever one.
So what's your scheduling like on Twitch at the moment? Whenever you feel like it.
Whenever I've got a day off and I feel up to it.
Fair enough. So yeah, obviously check him out there, and just check out all the other content we do across this channel. And obviously, as I say, he's got some content on his channel. Links are always in the description below. Yes, so we hope you enjoyed our ramblings on Dragon Prince, and we shall hopefully see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.